Now, do I have James here?
You do, Judge?
How splendid. Is it, Tony?
Yes, you do, Judge.
You were the best man at a wedding.
Yes.
And the groom is not here, and
No.
we can't refer to anybody else who isn't here. But as part of what has become commonplace, you have to organise a stag do, correct?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know whether this was a first, second, third or fourth wedding, but the reality is stag do's these days have got to be very big events, haven't they?
Yeah,
People
much.
go to all sorts of cultural places. You'd be surprised. Museums, that sort of thing. They enjoy the contemporary dancing of young ladies. Where did you end up going and organising this?
I didn't organise because I lived out there down south. I'm from Birkenhead.
You're kidding me. I never would have guessed.
So we went to Magaluf. You know what I mean?
You went to Magaluf?
Magaluf, yeah. Frivolities.
Let's just pause.
Go on. Go on.
You went for what?
Magaluf for
Yes,
frivolities.
I understand where Magaluf is. It's in Mallorca.
For frivolities.
Frivolity.
Yes.
For fun, he means.
Yes.
I'll translate for fun.
For what?
For
Yeah.
fun.
I cannot believe that I
I
need
know
to be
that word.
translated to for someone from Birkenhead, but I'm getting
Birkenhead.
it. But where are you from?
Birkenhead.
Birkenhead.
Yeah, Birkenhead.
But what did you say?
Birkenhead.
Birkenhead.
Haven't you been to Birkenhead, Judge?
I've represented many people from there.
Oh, I'm sure you have. Go on, then.
Well, I'll speak a bit of Birkenhead, so we're all...
Yeah, you
we're
do.
all-
you?
Yeah.
You can understand me.
I can understand him, yeah.
Well, I can understand you too. I had some
Okay.
very good colleagues from that part of the world.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. What were you going to this particular part of Spain for?
Well, it was a stag do, basically. We were happy just to go somewhere
It
dirt
was
cheap in
fun.
the pool.
And it was going to be a great laugh,
great.
etc., etc. And you were going to do your dancing show.
Oh, I was going to do everything, spin on my head a lot, right, you know what I mean? And it's just, it really went well, like, you know what I mean?
You were doing a bit of breakdancing.
Oh, yeah, I've done a bit of that.
Can you break dance?
Yes.
I believe you. The point is this. You arrive at the hotel, and because
Yeah.
this wasn't the best hotel in the world, how would you describe it?
It's what I expected. It was a bit grim.
It didn't look like it's seen on the brochure. You know, we got caught. I was like, that doesn't look that.
I was held to blame of it because although
Yeah.
I did the organising, Tony felt the need to berate me. He was angry at me because of the place.
So you arrived ostensibly at Fawlty Towers.
Basically, yeah, you should have seen our eyes pop out. Like, what's that?
Mine was pretty glam. It had a bed, a sink, a toilet and a TV.
Yes, prisons have that.
Yeah.
Mine had everything but the TV. For
Understood.
some reason, he didn't put one in my room.
No, you weren't there to watch television.
Well, we weren't, no.
You weren't at all. You were there to drink and have fun and see the local culture, I would have thought.
Frivolities.
Frivolities.
Yes.
And have fun and quiet and nevertheless cultural conversation with, for example, local women and that sort of thing.
Well,
We went to the Caves of Drac.
What are the Caves of Drac?
I don't know.
It was there. It was the stalactites and stalagmites.
Oh, yeah,
but-
them things, you know, the things that dangle and that. But I didn't go. I just sort of stayed at the... we was up, you know what I mean? Did I?
Now, here's the important thing. When you checked into this hotel, it being the type of hotel that it is in Magaluf, I understand. They were rather concerned, I would have thought, and it's a type of establishment that doesn't necessarily trust all of the people who stay there. So what did they require you to do?
Well, because we were 5 ancient lads, they basically asked for €100 each for a deposit, which I wasn't aware of. Probably was in the small print, but no one reads the small print.
Now, let's assume for argument's sake it was in the small print, and I've checked in, it appears that it probably is.
Right.
They wanted €100 each, in other words, a cash deposit for the total number of people there.
Yeah.
So that was €500, was it?
Yeah, that's correct.
Or was it €400?
500 for the deposit.
Understood. Now, you had cash on you.
I had the euros changed up.
You handed over the cash, correct? You all go out, and it's all rather splendid. And then, as I understand it, you've had 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 or 15 drinks. Only there's a very important cultural event which is happening in England, Tony, that you didn't want to miss. What was that?
That was the Liverpool versus Watford game. 8 o'clock at night.
Understood.
Yeah.
Here's your difficulty. You don't have a television in
No.
your room.
No.
Only, who does have a television in their room?
The other lads and me.
Yeah.
Now-
I'd done it. So I said.
Well, here's a question. They have a television in their room.
Yeah.
You don't have one in your room. You spent the day out having a marvellous time. Now, I don't want to say something entirely obvious, I'm sure, bearing in mind you're a man of evident common sense.
Yes.
Why not simply go into James' room and say, hello, I'm wondering, it's terribly important to me to watch this game. Can I please watch the television in your room? Did he ask that?
He did, but Tony's a live wire. He's got a lot of energy, and I'm quite sloth-like. I needed a little sleep before we went up for the final night, so I just said, I'm going to sleep, I don't want to watch the match.
So why didn't you swap rooms?
I
He
don't
was
know,
already
really. He
asleep.
wanted to borrow it.
Understood. So he was
Yeah.
going to take the television out of your room
Yes.
and take it to his room. It should have been a very straightforward thing to do.
Yeah.
You agreed to let him do this, correct?
I agreed in the principle that he would look after it.
Well, of course, you agreed to him to take it.
Yes.
When he took it, had you been drinking all day?
Well, I don't know. It's hard. Maybe a bit.
Yes, of course you had.
Everywhere.
Now, it may not have been the best thing in the world, but there are certainly photographs of it. Let's have a look.
Oh, there you go. There you go, look at that.
Another one of the lads was walking through and they saw Tony going with it and he snapped it. And blokes, we don't really help each other, do we? And I thought he'd have helped him, but he didn't. He took a picture and then I've got it on the phone, buzz. Oh, it's Tony Martelli, looks all right. And I just went back to sleep.
You went back to sleep, you took the television. What happened next? If you enjoyed that video, then I strongly suggest clicking here for more highlights. For those of you who haven't subscribed yet, and why not, so that you never miss out, subscribe. Clicking down there, that's an order.